Welcome back to Ferris Sports Update. Time to talk Bulldog Hockey. With us, head coach Brett Riley. Coach, first of all, welcome to the show.
Thanks, Rob.
I know two tightly contested games this past weekend against Lindenwood. First of all, I'm sure it was nice to be back at home after a long travel stretch here in the month of October.
For sure. I think it was our first 7 of 8 on the road, so it was nice to be in our building, see our fans, hear the band. We certainly appreciate all the support, and it's always good anytime you don't have to leave your building.
Of course, two games that could have went either way, both one-goal games on the weekend. I know probably not the results you wanted, but certainly two competitive games.
For sure. No, it's not the result we had hoped for. It's kind of been the story of the last few games here. Coulda, shoulda, woulda, had your chances, had your shots, had your looks. Ultimately, the game is decided by goals for versus goals against, not the other stats. I wish it were the last few games, but we are proud of the effort. Now it's about execution and finding ways to flip some of these tight contests. There's chances, there's opportunities. It's not for lack of effort. It's just finding a way to break through here.
As we go to some of the highlights, we'll start with Friday's game and some of the injuries. Martin Lundberg gets the start in net on the weekend, and maybe talk about the way he played on the weekend.
For sure, and there's a bunch of good stories within the weekend, regardless of the result. Marty stepped up through injuries, like you mentioned, but it was also earned. He had 3 or 4 other opportunities where he went in and, so-called cleanup minutes, if you will, and earned an opportunity through really good play. So he went in there this weekend, and you need your goalie to be your best player if you want a chance to be successful on any given weekend. And he was just incredible. Gritty, gutsy, made it look calm and easy, and I wish we could have delivered just for the sake of him and what he gave us. He's a great teammate, and he was awesome in the net.
Of course, here on Friday night, you guys had a big advantage here in terms of total shots, 31-17, and some opportunities maybe to put one in the net here early on in the game.
For sure, and that's something we talked about. There was opportunities. It seems like the losing team always talks about shots on goal, right? Because they want something to feel good about, and that does show we had chances. We had the puck, and like I said, there's a lot of really positive indicators. It's just you see Josh there, he just missed there. A few on the power play. We need to find ways to convert on these just missed situations, and I think we'll really like the product on the ice and the outcome for that matter.
Here they get the first goal. That'll stand up as the only goal here of this game, but obviously both teams kind of going at each other here over the course of the 60 minutes.
Yeah, they're a really good transition team. We talked about that. They were able to convert on transition, a nice play by them, so we give them a ton of credit. They had a game plan and they executed it. And again, we did everything we could. In the third period, we pressed, we pushed, but you see a few blocks by them, some easy saves by their goaltender. Give credit where credit's due, but the chances and the looks were there.
Of course, here at the end of the game, pulled the goalie and had some chances late, but follow. And I know it's never easy to start off the weekend with a loss, but I know you were certainly expecting your guys to come back here in game 2.
For sure, and the effort is there, the character is there. That's the frustrating part for us as coaches. We all want it so bad, and so do the guys, that it's a matter of trusting the process and staying with it. And they certainly have, and I think you'll start to see some results fall too.
Of course, as we come back on Saturday night, took on Lindenwood again here in Game 2, and Lindenwood coming into the series had played some very good hockey over the course of the year.
For sure, yeah, they had beaten Denver, swept Lake State, took Miami, who's a 7-1 team, to overtime both nights. So this is a program on the rise, and you see Six there, one of the top scorers in the country. So they had some threats. They play a certain way of kind of track meeting it up and making it transition hockey, and unfortunately we fell victim to that trap a little bit, but it was a really good series. And you see the first goal against there, kind of a fluky bounce that goes through a stick, and a good scorer converting on the play, but I was really proud of our pushback. You see a gritty goal by Max Itagaki there, getting to the net front and getting on the board for his first of the year. You see a ton of looks and chances again here, but kind of the same story as the night before. Close, but unfortunately not close enough.
Of course, maybe talk about the play of the defense. Obviously, you took a penalty early and playing kind of short one defenseman here in the game.
They were awesome. The D stepped up. They've been a backbone of this team in terms of culture and effort and buy-in. And Xavier and Chrisley and and Messick and the whole D-corps, Valtteri, Logan were called upon to play 20-plus minutes, and they gave us a chance. You see Riley Wallach scores a shorthanded goal to start the period there, making it a 1-goal game. That's all you could ask for, and again, some quality chances down the stretch.
Maybe talk about the play of special teams here in this one. You got a power play goal and a shorthanded goal here in the course of the night.
Yeah, we ran a study that if you win your special teams, odds are you got a good chance of winning. I don't know the exact number, but we did that, and Ultimately, you see a just miss there, and that will be kind of the theme of practice. How do we flip these little moments into something bigger and find ways to score? But the guys' heads are in the right place. They're working, and like I said, the results will come here.
Of course, how important is it to put that weekend, learn what you can from that weekend, put that behind you. Now get ready to go back into CCHA play here this weekend.
It's great. I mean, that's ultimately, like I say all the time, you win, you lose. You have to learn from these moments regardless of the outcome and start every week new. That's something our program tries to do. Monday is a new week and a new opportunity, and we see a really good Augustana team that comes into our rink. I think having those games will help prepare us for this weekend and see the bigger picture here. And so we're excited to stay back here on home ice. That's the first time too, so that'll be nice for our guys. And like you said, put it behind us and move forward.
Of course, just the third and fourth CCHA games of the year. You've had just that one series against Michigan Tech. What have you seen from the teams around the league here early on?
Everyone's really good. I think anyone can win on any given night here. There's depth, there's toughness, there's high-end scoring, but we feel we have a rightful place in the league. We like our team. We're not too sidetracked by results or outcomes. We're process-oriented, and we are excited to get another crack at it on Friday here.
Of course, what will it take to come out and get some points here on the weekend?
Just kind of what we talked about reviewing the last two games here is just finding a way to execute on those opportunities. We need to clean up kind of rushes against and, not play into the other team's game plan. But we like our chances with a good week of practice here.
Of course, how important is it coming off a weekend like that with two tightly contested games to have the leadership in the locker room to really carry this team forward?
It's critical. We say all the time that a good team is led by the coaches, a great team is led by the leaders, and they have been rock solid in there. And so they're looking to kind of rally the group and recenter and refocus. Like I said, everyone wants it so bad. It's just about finding a way to get that push, earn that bounce, earn that break, and then, I think it will be contagious from there. But Gavin Best, Josh Zari, Nick Belpedio, and Tyler Schleppe, as well as a handful of other guys, have really stepped up. And I couldn't be more proud of their leadership.
Of course, for the next six here to resume CCHA play at home, and kind of nice to be at home ice here as you get ready to get back into the heart of the CCHA schedule.
Yeah, no, it's great to be here on home ice. I appreciate all the fans, the members of the community coming out, from Big Rapids and here at Ferris State. That means a ton to us to have that support. The band was really awesome. Seeing other student athletes at the game, that means the world to our guys, and we got to do our job and play well and give them a reason to come back again.
Coach, we appreciate the time, and best of luck as you host Augustana coming up on both Friday and Saturday nights.
Thanks so much, Rob.
That'll do it for Ferris Sports Update. Reminder, you can follow all the action and get all the results online at ferrisstatebulldogs.com. Have a great week.